Welcome to CEEN Caribbean News. I'm Candice Ming. 4 Trinidad and Tobago nationals who allegedly fight for paramilitary group ISIS are being held by Turkish authorities. The revelation was made on Monday by local Turkish newspaper The Hurriyet. The newspaper claims that the Trinbagonians are among 961 ISIS fighters captured by Turkish authorities in 2015. An official list released in December 2015 says the Turkish captives are from 57 countries. Meanwhile, former Trinidad and Tobago National Security Minister Gary Griffith is already renouncing the alleged Caribbean-born ISIS fighters. According to the Trinidad Newsday newspaper, Griffith says the nationals should not be allowed to return home. He says under international law, persons declared as foreign terrorist fighters, FTFs, are not allowed to travel. Therefore, he recommends that the captured men not be allowed to return to Trinidad and Tobago's shores. In health news, with the Mosquitoborne Zika virus confirmed in 18 Latin American and Caribbean countries, the Pan-American Health Organization is urging health authorities throughout the region to ramp up preparations for an influx of patients. The January 17 PAHO alert recommends that countries in the Americas prepare their healthcare facilities to respond to a potential increase in demand for specialized care for neurological syndromes to strengthen prenatal care. According to the latest PAHO update, the countries and territories that have to date confirmed local Zika virus transmission are Brazil, Barbados, Colombia, Ecuador, El Salvador, French Guyana, Guatemala, Guyana, Haiti, Honduras, Martinique, Mexico, Panama, Paraguay, Puerto Rico, Saint Martin, Suriname, and Venezuela. This is twice the number of countries and territories that were reported as having locally transmitted cases of Zika in the previous epidemiological update in December. In news from Guyana, there has been a delay in the delivery of medical supplies to several regions. Public Health Minister Dr. George Norton, in explaining to the Guyana Information Agency what is causing the delay, noted that the government is taking steps to address the issue.
The delay in medical supplies delivery developed as the Ministry of Public Health changed the procurement process to ensure more transparency and accountability.
We are changing the system of sole sourcing and having an open tender with competitive bidding. All of that takes time, and we found ourselves in a situation where they could have been stocking out.
Another contributory factor, the minister explained, could have been the time in which the respective regions advised the ministry of their individual needs.
The regions were given the monies to purchase their medication. Now they're supposed to send a list down to the Ministry of Public Health so that we can acquire these medications, and then they pay by a subvention later. That money might have gotten to the region a little late, and also the regional officers might not have been sufficiently informed as the procedure of exactly what the regions need.
The administration promises to spare no effort in resolving this situation at the earliest.
This is being addressed. This was discussed at Cabinet, and we are prepared to use whatever means necessary. And I was expected to see today the tender process being advertised in today's papers, so that we can persons who are interested can come and have the bidding document, and we hope that within a month we will be able to have medications here in the country fully.
In Jamaica, the constituency of Northeast St. Elizabeth is on everybody's lips for all the wrong reasons. There have been protests in the constituency, which is a People's National Party stronghold, demanding that the Member of Parliament Raymond Price remain as the party's representative. This after roughly 370 delegates of the 500 in the constituency voted that newcomer Evan Redman be the party's representative when the next elections are called. So what's really going on? The CEEN News team traveled to the constituency recently. Here's the story. There were many with an opinion on the issue, but few willing to speak with our cameras. After voicing his aversion to the PNP not allowing him to represent the party unopposed, a week before the internal elections were held in September last year, Raymond Price withdrew his candidacy. This allowed political newcomer Redmond to be elected by the delegates, with only a mere 127 of the almost 500 in the constituency voting against him representing the constituency. Things seemed to have gone under the carpet when protests started popping up in Santa Cruz by persons in support of Raymond Price remaining as the Member of Parliament for the area. Those protesters made their way to the PNP headquarters on January 11, and that did not sit well with the party's hierarchy. And on January 13, Price resigned as Deputy General Secretary of the party. So in light of the developments, our news team travelled to the constituency of Northeast St. Elizabeth to find out what the general population thought. But fear of political victimization made the majority shy away from our cameras. There were, however, the brave few, and the views were varied, some in support.
Mr. Price is a genius. What he do in this constituency in the past 4 years, all the other CMP was here before, he don't do half of that. So we need him. And we want him, and we're going to get him.
You do everything that's good for them. But you see the people them, they licky too much.
Some were not.
The demand, me take me see ma a Santa Cruz, and I say, how you don't come in spring? You say you can go spring every day. So, I didn't vote for him, and I don't like him.
He's a politician. People vote for you and don't know you up to now. What would you call it? Eh? No, he doesn't pay us any mind. He's to go.
Raymond Price no come about here. Him no represent. You understand? Only we see Raymond Price more than probably 100 times since this little tastas. Yes, that is. In the party for the seat, we see him. Him pass, him blow. First time he also pass in a different vehicle. Now, him a pass and him a wind down window and a stretch out hand. You know, Raymond Price don't make no sense as a politician.
For months we don't see this man. You don't see him to talk to. If you see him, he don't call to you. Him is the lowest Northeast ever go to. And honest, I won't have him. I won't like, if him build a house here, and I have him that sell my when I move out. Honest, I have him as the worst, lowest grade MP, and we finish with him.
And there were even some damning accusations to support the arguments against Price remaining as the area's representative in the lower house.
You know what I want them to do? Investigate him if he do any fraud. Because all I do is bus will come up there. Why never give people Christmas work? Why, when people got to him, he said them vote him out. Say no give nobody no work. So where those money come from? Forget those bus when instigate.
To pay to block the road.
Eh? And to pay to block the road. Those are the questions. We don't want him. He's not to come back here.
$80,000.
Here?
Yeah.
No more.
Here that Mr. Price is the one who pay. See the man who cut the tree, him say him get $80,000 to cut the tree. And big mango tree to block the road. All of them get paid. None of them do no free work. So Mr. Price, you don't want him back here. He's not a good guy.
What was interesting is that most of the people we spoke to on and off camera were staunchly against Raymond Price remaining as MP. Meanwhile, Evan Redmond is not grabbing up the bulk of those not in favor of Raymond Price.
From growing up, I hear about Evan Redmond as a big support of Northeast St. Elizabeth towards politics. So, fair enough, give him a try and see what him have to bring forward on the table.
150%.
Why is that?
Because we have him as a new man in the area. We don't want no more stranger around we. Because we feel off a current and we feel off a price. We do not want him no more. So it don't make sense in fighting, could have fight a little more, that's it. Redman is the candidate and he's the next MP for us.
But this view was the dominant one when we asked persons in the constituency if they would support Evan Redmond instead of Raymond Price.
We don't want Redmond either. I was supporting of him, but he's not working. If election is around the corner, and you want to tell me that, how I know this, I am here from pagan days. And those people used to go around house to house, campaign. Him have sick foot in can't walk. What is happening with these politicians? Him just want to go in the house? No, I am not voting. And I will still remain a comrade, but not voting for them.
So if not Evan Redmond or Raymond Price, then what? Some persons say they would rather not vote, while a few others say they'll support an independent candidate. However the case may be, persons in the constituency, which is a PNP stronghold, are not willing to have the area slip into the hands of the Green team. But if the majority of the PNP supporters in the area don't vote as they are promising, that may very well be the case. In Barbados, Prime Minister Frondell Stewart is unfazed by critics who are questioning the costs involved in the government's celebration of Barbados' 50th anniversary of independence. He addressed the issue recently during the Earl Barrow Memorial Service held at the Abundant Life Assembly. Prime Minister Stewart says 50 years as an independent country is a significant milestone which should be celebrated. Noting that there will always be naysayers, he reminded Barbadians that there are those who opposed the idea of Barbados pursuing independence.
There were people 50 years ago, the record of the show, who say we should not become independent because it's going to cost too much. Because in every society you will find people who know the cost of everything, but who don't know the value of anything. There are still people who will say it costs too much to go to the doctor to monitor their health because they're concerned with the cost of medical care and not with the value of good health.
During the service, 4 Barbadians, Alwyn Babb, Heather Howard Downs, Mark Ford and Celeste Foster, received awards. Coming up, Trinidad and Tobago's opposition leader threatens legal action over the government's plan for the top brass of the police force.